If you know me, you know that I have a little bit of an obsession with chastity, so House of Denial have been lovely enough to gift me a cage to review. This is their brand new one from the Olympus collection. It's 3D printed and it just came out in time for October. So it comes in this lovely box. I've already opened this. So when it came, it was a little bit more wrapped up. But yeah, you have two options for these. I chose the one with the hex lock, but you can also get a barrel lock. And because I've been getting asked quite a lot about different ring sizes, we've got the standard size here and then a larger one. So you can choose to kind of mix and match what sizes are going to work for you. It does come in white and black. So I'll give you a little close-up of the cage. First of all, so there's a lot of space. If you wanted to keep it on for longer terms, you'd be able to get in there and give it quite a good clean. It's quite solid. Obviously not trying to break it, but we know how my reviews sometimes go. It wouldn't be the first time I've accidentally broke something on camera, but this is pretty solid. It's not going anywhere. See, it's not bending at all, so it is a very, very sturdy material. So yeah. Now, if you wanted to put this on, obviously I said you've got your different cage ring sizes even. So this one's a 45 and this one is a 56. I've already half taken the screws out. So with the hex lock, what I will say is if you're somebody who wants to take your cage off and doesn't have much self-control, this isn't really for you. You're better with an internal lock and something that you can put in a timed lockbox or hand to someone, because obviously when you're using hex locks, they do sit a lot closer to the cage and to your body, and they make it a lot neater experience, but you can just take them off. So yeah, that just snaps in like that. And then we just put these back in with a little tool. You could obviously use any hex key if you ended up losing this, but it's quite cute. It's got their little House of Denial thing on it. This is the cage put together with the 56 ring. So pulling that, I'm giving that quite a bit of force, and you can see it's not moving. So there we go. So to give you something to compare this cage from House of Denial with, which is a medium, I'm not sure if I said that, I've got kind of a generic cage that you would get. So this is a little bit smaller. Try and match up if we put the rings next to each other. There's not a massive amount in it, but this one's definitely a little narrower. If you can see, I can fit it in there. And then yeah, it would be a lot harder to clean, which is fine if you're taking it off quite regularly for hygiene reasons, but you will find that it can be a little bit difficult to get in there and clean it up. So there's this one. Ring size, it only came with one ring. It's a bit smaller. Don't know where the key is to undo it, otherwise I would have. And then I have the vise. This is their standard cage. And this one, trying to match it up there. Don't know if you can see. It's a tiny little bit shorter, but it's a little bit wider just in the cage. And then I can also show you, so this is obviously the larger ring size. For Vice, this is their XL, which is the same as the 45. So what you will find is if you have an opening base like this, you tend to be able to size down slightly because you're not pulling it on, but these still won't be big enough for everyone. So yeah, that is exactly the same size. So overall, it's a really sturdy cage, a really good design. As I said earlier, if you are someone who's going to be tempted, I would say get the barrel lock, which is one of these ones, if you don't know. So it's built into the cage, but you can see on this, it does create more of a lump, where this one, having the hex lock, makes it very smooth, and I think a little bit more aesthetic. If you want to do something like a vice, you're going to have a padlock, which some people like. It all fully depends on what kind of cage you have, what you want to wear, all that sort of stuff. So I will leave you with this, and hopefully that'll help you out if you're thinking about buying it. Definitely think it's a good option. This cage is currently on sale at £99 over on the House of Denial website. I will put a link down below. This does come in a little bit lower than some of the other 3D printed cages. That's about half the price of probably their main competitor. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this review and it's helped you out a little bit if you're thinking about buying it. Remember to like and follow, and I'll be back with more content soon, and maybe we'll have something else to review at some point. Have a pervy day.